don't understand why Toby is our Spider-Man. See, you keep saying that he's not the best. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay.
Can you infer?
How can you infer?
Wire got me by a fighter.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Tech is always changing, but sometimes you just got it right the first time. And with all the latest releases, I'm tempted, but I'm honestly unimpressed.
I am so happy to have my DJI Osmo Nano back because it is a shy vlogger's dream. You know, I had the, oh, she's got a surfboard. That's pretty sick. How you doing? There ain't nothing like having the smallest camera out. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. This camera is a third of the size-ish of the Extra Edge. And that makes a huge difference when you're out here vlogging in public, worried about people watching you. Like, they can see me with the microphone, but they don't know where the camera is. And it's so small and unnoticeable that unless you see me looking at it, or I point to it, or you see me move it, and I'm gonna just do a little photo walk so you can see it. Look at that. There's the camera. Everyone's talking about the Osmo Pocket 4 and the Insta360 Luna, and you know, they're really cool. Like, they're really impressive. The image quality seems like it would be nice to have. And for me, maybe the low light performance would be a little bit better. So that would be something I'd be interested in. But the reason why I haven't jumped out and purchased one of them is because neither one affects my actual workflow. They only give me extra things that would be nice. Now, with that said, I will give you the caveat of, I didn't expect the Vision Dock to be so important for my workflow, and now that I have the Nano once again, I can see how I use this camera differently than I use the Extra Edge because the screen is not attached to the camera. You know, even being able to have this much space between me and the camera would have been a little bit more difficult. So I can say that having a removable screen would be helpful, but there is one camera that I saw that would be a total game changer. And this is the type of innovation that I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Honor Robot phone, because it does the one thing that I have always wanted these gimbal cameras to do, which is allow you to lock into a singular position and be able to use it both as a gimbal camera as well as just a regular handheld camera. Like, I haven't gotten my hands on this phone or anything like that. It's just, I saw an ad for it the other day, and I was like, yes, that's what DJI needed to do. If DJI really wanted me to purchase an Osmo 4, they would have done something similar where it locks into place. I can still use it handheld, protect it, and then if I need to, I can pop it out and use the gimbal. Like, I want the option. Plus, it being a phone is just like, what else could I possibly need? So, I don't know. Like, I'm not dissing the new cameras, but they're not moving the needle for me like that. Did you guys know this? If you lose your camera, you can ping it. So that's actually a really cool feature, because one of the biggest annoyances that I have with the Nano is because the screen and the camera are two separate devices, I often walk away from the camera entirely. So knowing that I can ping it is pretty cool.
Carter, are you prepared to take the constitutional oath?
I am.
Would you place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me?
I am President Carter. President Carter.
So we are at the President Jimmy Carter Center, but I was told there's a fishing pond here somewhere, and I know that this is not it, but this is pretty beautiful. Now, I know I film a lot in the dark, at night, whatever. That's just when I can record. But I'm also kind of bored of all the spots I've filmed so far. So trying to find as many excuses as I can to get out and just find new stuff, killing some time. And, you know, it's laundry day, so opportunity to get out here and see if we can find the elusive fishing pond. I don't know why there would be one here, but someone who works here did tell me there's a fishing pond here, so we'll see. Somewhere. Let's try that way. Jimmy. Oh yeah, look. There's a koi pond and there's a lower lake. Look, there's a sundial, lower lake, koi pond, Japanese garden. There's so many things here. All right, so we just ran into some ladies and they told us the lake is essentially where we're not supposed to be going, but little father-son trespassing ain't never hurt nobody. I mean, it's the one thing about having a kid. You can do all types of stuff and they're like, oh, you with a kid, it's fun. It's between that and being old. When you get old, they're just not checking for you anymore. Look at this. Son, look at this. Are you kidding me? How?
What was that? Oh, what's this little stairs? I don't want to go back
Are you
up.
for real? What? How? This is so pretty. I did not expect there to be this kind of a lake back here. Someone's glasses. I was gonna bust out the dad cam, but I just realized I forgot the memory card. So that is another reason why the Nano is the GOAT. Like, I don't care what nobody says. The Nano is the best new camera. It's a new camera. Internal storage. I could be wrong, but I don't remember a lot of cameras having internal storage before this. But now it's kind of like a standard thing because it's not so much like you need the extra storage. It's let's eliminate potential problems. Like, let's have one less thing to worry about. And now I have one less thing to worry about. You know, I'm constantly switching between memory cards and all that. And when you keep doing that back and forth, there's a good chance you're gonna eventually forget your card. I mean, this is so gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I knew I had an idea it would be nice, but this is so much nicer than I imagined. Let's get unnecessarily dramatic images. Weird stuff when I press record. It's 100% someone singing out there. I think one of the things I love about the Nano is that it looks good, but it doesn't look that good. And when you look at the Vision dock, there's an image. Sometimes it gets a little pixelated because of the wireless transmission. It's flat, uninteresting, but you can make sure you're in focus. But then you upload that footage to your computer. It just pops, man. I can't believe how good the Nano looks. But more importantly, it's how it felt to capture it. And we watched the first two Spider-Mans, and obviously it doesn't look as good as like Brand New Day. Incredible cinematography now. The lighting is perfect. Everything is amazing. But at the heart of all of that is the story. It's not about the guy in the suit. It's about the way the character is portrayed. It wasn't about the latest technology and having incredible cinematography. It was about a nerdy guy who's in love with a girl who's trying to figure out how to protect the people he loves. That's going to hold up even today. I make my son watch the old movies intentionally so he can truly appreciate the new ones. And often when he goes back and watches the original, he realizes why people fell in love with it in the first place and why the new version just doesn't usually hit the same. The images that come out of the Osmo 4 are beautiful. They're amazing. But ultimately, I would probably just be creating the exact same image that I'm creating now. And the more I think about it, this is kind of what a lot of these companies are getting wrong. And this is not to say that the Nano is perfect, because it's certainly not. There are things that the Nano could 100% do to make itself better. Removable battery would be really nice. An internal quarter 20 thread, or legs that are actually built inside of the base of the camera. Maybe even tactile buttons so you don't have to rely on the touch screen. Those are the kind of improvements that would make a camera easier to use, and therefore would be intriguing if I'm trying to decide if I want to upgrade. I like to actually create stories. I don't want to talk about creating them. For as much as I point out the limitations of a 360 camera, it offers me a brand new dimension. Same thing with my dad cam. Like, that's a brand new visual style that I'm not able to achieve with the other cameras. So even though it is more difficult to use or there's limitations, I'm getting something new. The 4P or the Luna, I would just be creating the exact same image that I'm already creating, and it would look a little bit better. And while that would be nice, it is not important. But to be fair, there are times when getting something new will actually inspire you and help you to move forward. And while that is a possibility, neither one of the new cameras actually does that. And that's also why I'm really happy that I saw the Honor Robot phone, because I didn't want to sound like a cynic. But when I saw that device, I was genuinely excited. I was like, oh, new, innovative. That offers me something that I don't currently have. And I'm all about that. I wish the focus was on how do we change the way people create? How do we allow them to do something easier? Not just how do we make it look better? I went from mirrorless to Pocket to Nano. And going forward, I want something a little bit more simple than that. The next wave of gimbal cameras just feels like a lateral move. And, right now, I'm not interested.